I like to go into all the music that I teach and all the classes that I teach with the philosophy that I want all kids to feel successful, and I want all kids to feel safe to experiment and try new things. Because I find that I meet a lot of adults in life who look back on their years in schooling and say, oh, I was never good at music, or yeah, that wasn't my thing. And I really feel strongly that every person, child or adult, can find something about music and the arts that appeals to them and that they can feel successful in. So I get very excited about the idea of having a student who tells me they can't sing, yet they try chorus and they feel successful at it. And maybe they discover they can sing. Or finding someone who might consider themselves a non-musical kid or sort of a jock, or someone who kind of has pegged themselves in one category, and decides to try the guitar class in 9th grade and discovers they have a love for playing the guitar and it's something that they carry with them to their next school. So my philosophy on teaching has more to do with letting kids feel safe and comfortable experimenting and trying new things, finding the joy in music, because if it's not about that, then why do it? While at the same time providing a solid foundation of music theory and the basic music fundamentals that are necessary and required in music education. So we do follow the national standards for music education, and we stay in touch with those throughout all that we do in our planning. But ultimately, I want it to be a playful, joyful time for kids of all ages, and while at the same time helping them develop skill and confidence in music. So another thing I would add about my approach to teaching music and the arts is I'd like to always try to keep it relevant to students. So I think one mistake that maybe music teachers have made in the past is they get so set on this is the repertoire we're going to teach, or this is the way I teach this topic, that we forget that it's important to connect with kids. And I find that if I use music, for example, to teach eighth notes, if I find a pop song that uses eighth notes, it's a better way to relay that concept to a student rather than come in with the song that was on my mind to use to teach that. So anytime I can connect music with a child, it's just money in the bank. And that involves also tying in music of their culture and their traditions, because at Rectory we have students from all over the world, and we are constantly getting new students in every year. So to find out from a child what it is that is meaningful in their lives, what music matters to them and their family and their background, and using that as a springboard for other concepts is just always a great way to teach.